Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are working on DMA 30, Section 8. And Section 8 that we're working on is conversions. These conversions are going to be going from metric to customary or customary to metric. What I would first like to start with is, as we do our conversions, we are going to be given, let me change this here, we are going to be given a number with a given unit. What they're going to give us, we're going to put over 1. We are then on the next line, they're going to tell us what is the new unit we're converting to. We're going to write new unit here. And here we're going to put given unit also. Okay? What's going to happen is we are going to take the information that we plug in here, and it's going to come from a conversion chart. Ultimately, what is going to happen is that we are going to, this and this is going to cancel, and then we're going to multiply this numeral by the numeral here. We're going to have an answer at the top. We're going to have 1 times this number with an answer here. At the end, this is the new unit. And if this fraction needs to be divided or simplified, then we would do that also. Okay? So this is our basic format that we're going to use as we undertake our next set of problems. Okay? So we're going to start here. We are going to convert 3,705 grams to ounces. So what that means is I'm going to write down my 3,705 grams. I'm going to put that over 1. And I want to convert that to ounces. My given unit was grams. Now I'm going to come here to the conversion chart, and if you look, here is 1 gram is a 0.04 ounce. So, actually, let me mark that. Start with that here. So what we have is that we're going to plug in 1. We're going to plug in 1 beside gram, and we're going to put a 0.04 here for ounce. Our gram and our gram are going to cancel, and then you're going to use your calculator, and you are going to multiply 3,705 times 0.04. 3,705 times 0.04, and that's going to give you 148.2. So as we come back here, that gives us 148.2. 1 times 1 gives us an understood 1. And when we do our final answer, we're going to write 148.2. We do not need to put the 1 on the bottom, and we're going to use OZ for ounces. Notice here it says round to do 2 decimal places as needed. Ours only went 1 decimal place, so that's as far as we need to go on this particular problem. Okay, let's do another practice. Let's try another one. For this one, we have convert 75 kilometers to miles. So we're going to write down 75 kilometers. We're going to put that over 1. We are going to multiply that by a value from the conversion chart, and we're converting to miles. So let's put the given unit kilometers here on the bottom. So what I'm looking to do is under the length, I'm looking for kilometers and miles. So here we go. 1 kilometer is a 0.62 miles. So 1 kilometer is a 0.62 mile. So kilometer and kilometer are going to cancel. I'm going to multiply 75 times 0.62, 75 times 0.62, and that gives me 46.5. 46.5, 1.5. 1 times 1 is 1. When we do our final answer, it's going to be 46.5. Our final answer is in miles. And we don't need to have the 1 on the bottom. It says round 2 decimal places, and that's as far as our number went. Okay, let's move on to the next one. 52.5 pounds to kilograms. So our given unit is 52.5 pounds. Put that over 1. We want to convert that to kilograms. Our given unit was pound. So we're going to come here and we're going to find, let's see, pound. Here we go. Pound and kilogram. So 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So pound and pound, the units cancel. 52.5 times 1 is 52.5. And 1 times 2.2 is 2.2. Now we can't leave our answer just like this. Now we see we need to do a division. So we're going to do 52.5 divided by 2.2. And that will give us, okay, 23. So as we write this one down, we get 23.8636, and the 36 is repeating. As we look here, it's going to tell us to round to 2 decimal places as needed. So what we're going to look at is 2 decimal places would be here. We're going to look at the third number and determine, does it make the 6 round up or stay the same? If this number is 0 to 4, the 6 stays the same. If this number I circled is between 5 and 9, it will go up 1. In this situation, since it is a 3, it would require that the 6 stay the same, and we're going to label kilograms. Now, for this next problem, this is one that sometimes gives students a little bit of a hassle. But let me explain to you the approach that I use to convert this one. The first thing is they give me 3.5 feet, and they want it converted to inches, centimeters, yards, and meters. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to write down my 3.5 feet, and I'm going to take my 3.5 feet, put it over 1, and I'm going to convert that to inches. Put feet on the bottom, okay? So what I have here is that 1 foot is 12 inches from the chart, and 3.5 times 12 gives us 42. Feet and feet cancel. 1 times 1 is 1, so that gives me 42 inches. When I go from 3.5 feet, put it over 1, and I want to convert it to yards. I'm going to put feet here. When I look at, well, in this case, I don't need to look at the chart, but 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. Feet and feet are going to cancel. 3.5 times 1 is 3.5. 1 times 3 is 3. When we take 3.5 and we divide by 3, that's going to give us 1.16 repeating. They ask us here to give exact answers or round to 1 decimal place. So if we were to round to 1 decimal place, this is the 1 decimal place. What does the 6 make the 1 do? It's going to round up to become a 1.2 yards. So that gives us 2 of our answers. Now for our next part, we're going to do customary to metric. So let's start back with our 3.5 feet. And let me come here and look where we have feet. We have feet converted to meters. So let's use that conversion first. So let me find a new spot up here. And I'm going to do 3.5 feet. I'm going to put it over 1. And we're going to convert this to meters. I'm going to put feet on the bottom. Here, as we just said, I'm going to use 1 meter is 3.28 feet. Whoop, I didn't mean to move that. Oh, hang on. Technical difficulty. Okay. I keep jumping from page to page. 1 meter, hang on one more time. Let's try this once more. 1 meter is 3.28 feet. So feet and feet cancel, and we have 3.5 over 3.28. 3.5 divided by 3.28 gives me 1.0670 1.0670 73171. Okay, so for the purposes of what we type in, they want us to round to 1 decimal place. So if we round to 1 decimal place, the 6 would make the 0 be 1.1 meters. However, there is another one that wants us to convert to centimeters. So if I take this number that's a meter and I want to convert to centimeters, if we are to think about our prefixes for metric, we have kilo, hecto, deca. Then we have our unit meter, liter, gram, deci, centi, milli. We're going from meter to centimeter. So meter to centimeter is going to be 2 places to the right. So if I have this long number and I'm using the red here to note this, I'm going to go right 2 places. So that's going to give me a 106.7073. What I did was I started here and I went right 2 places. That gives me this number for centimeters. And for centimeters, we need to round again. It says 1 decimal place here. So the 0 makes the 7 stay the same. And that's going to give us an answer of 106.7 centimeters. There we go. That's all good. So you're going to need a little bit of extra paper as you do these, but I would do customary to customary. And once you do customary to metric, write out the whole long metric number, because you're then going to move your decimal that number of places for the final answer. And our last one that we have here, a fast sneeze has been clocked at about 159 kilometers per hour. Convert this to miles per hour. So we have 159 kilometers per hour. Put that over 1. We're going to convert to miles per hour. Original was kilometers per hour. From the conversion chart, we're looking for kilometers and miles, which is here. So 1 kilometer is a 0.62 miles. Kilometer per hour cancels, and we're going to do 159 times 0.62, 98.58, 98.58. Now, pay attention. Always look here. Always look at what's in the parenthesis. Round to the nearest whole miles per hour. So the nearest whole number is the ones place. What does the 5 make the 8 do when we're rounding? It's going to make it go up by 1. So that's going to round and become 99 miles per hour. And that's what we have for conversions, metric to customary or customary back to metric. Thank you.